Hello, this is Gregory Madison, and I'm here today with another reading from my book, Reverentially Turning to God from Idols, May 4th. Progressing Reverence, Part 1. He said, "Do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, seeing you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me." Genesis 22:12. Are we not all seeking progress? Even while pursuing addictions, we are seeking what we perceive as progress. The progress of Abraham is noted in Genesis 22:12. Abraham's reverence was recognized by God. Does God recognize your reverence? It is an honor for God to recognize our reverence. Does not the highest honor come from God? The simplest solution to addiction is to strive after living a life that is pleasing to God. While the world may never recognize your piety, the most important thing is how you look in the sight of God. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalms 19:14. Now I know that you fear God indicates that Abram did not always fear God. This was demonstrated by the times that he dishonored God by lying to protect himself, rather than recognizing that God was willing and able to protect him. Genesis 12:13-22. Abraham wanted to be comfortable. How often have we turned to addiction for comfort? God told Abraham that he would make him a great nation. Genesis 12:2-3. Abraham became as a stranger to God. Abraham began as a stranger to God. Now there finally seemed to be a clear understanding between God and Abraham. You might say that Abraham had matured in his faith. How important it is for those who struggle with addictions to mature in their faith. What is commonly referred to as recovery should be called maturity. Recovery is an inaccurate term because you can't recover something that you don't have. You cannot mature without practicing reverence. Abram had come from a land of false gods. The world is full of any false god that suits your liking. Like Abraham, we are all born strangers to God. Before you make addictions gods, you make the true and living God a small god. Addictions prove how estranged we are from God. Arising out of our alienation from the living God, addiction is bondage to the rule of a substance, activity, or state of mind, which then becomes the center of life, defending itself from the truth and leading to further estrangement from God's kingdom. Edward T. Welsh.